A saga of madness and redemption. In the heart of a bustling city stood a grand mansion, its once stately facade now weathered and worn. The mansion was home to an old man, a recluse who rarely ventured outside its walls. Rumors swirled about the man and his eerie, milky eye that seemed to pierce through the darkness. One man, known only as the Narrator, became fixated on the old man and his eye. Night after night, the Narrator would sneak into the mansion, his heart racing with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. He would stand over the old man's bed, watching him sleep, his eye shut in slumber, yet somehow still gazing into the void. As weeks turned into months, the Narrator's fixation intensified, until one fateful night, driven by a madness he could not explain, he decided to rid himself of the old man's eye once and for all. With trembling hands, he crept into the old man's room, a lantern casting eerie shadows on the walls. The old man awoke with a start, his milky eye wide with fear as he realized the danger he was in. But it was too late. The Narrator lunged forward, smothering the old man with a pillow, his heart pounding in his chest. With a shudder, the old man breathed his last, his eye closing forever. But as the Narrator stood over the lifeless body, a new sound filled the room, the slow, steady beat of a heart, echoing from beneath the floorboards. Panic seized the Narrator as he realized what he had done. Frantically, he tore up the floorboards, revealing the source of the sound, the old man's heart, still beating, a grim testament to the evil that had been committed. Haunted by guilt and terror, the Narrator tried to silence the heart, but it continued to beat, growing louder and more insistent with each passing day. The sound became a constant companion, driving him to the brink of madness. Desperate for relief, the Narrator confessed his crime to the police, believing that by admitting his guilt, he could silence the heart. But even as he was led away in chains, the heart continued to beat, a haunting reminder of the darkness that lurked within him. In his cell, the Narrator's mind unraveled, consumed by the relentless pounding of the heart. He pleaded for forgiveness, for a way to silence the beating that tormented him day and night. And then, one day, it stopped. The heart fell silent, and with it, the Narrator's madness began to fade. He found solace in the quiet of his cell, the memory of his crime a heavy burden on his soul. Years passed, and the Narrator was released from prison, a changed man. He sought out the old mansion, now abandoned and overgrown with weeds, and knelt before it, seeking forgiveness for the horrors he had committed within its walls. And as he knelt there, a gentle breeze stirred the leaves, and for a moment, he thought he heard the faint echo of a heart, a reminder of the darkness that had once consumed him, and the redemption he had found. But the Narrator's story did not end there. Haunted by his past, he dedicated the rest of his days to helping those in need, seeking to atone for his sins. And though the echoes of the heart faded with time, the Narrator never forgot the darkness that had once consumed him, a reminder of the thin line between sanity and madness. The mansion itself seemed to bear witness to his transformation. The once dark halls were filled with light, and the once empty rooms echoed with laughter and joy. The mansion became a sanctuary, a place of healing for those who had suffered as he had suffered. And so, the Narrator's tale became legend, a story of madness and redemption that was passed down through the generations. And though the mansion eventually crumbled to dust, the Narrator's spirit lived on, a beacon of hope for all who heard his tale. The echoes of his story lingered in the city, a reminder that no matter how dark the night, redemption is always possible for those who seek it. And in the end, it is not the darkness that defines us, but the light we bring into the world.